Okay, fine. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Right. Yesterday we have seen interview questions on string and Selenium, few of the questions. Today we'll go through the next topic, arrays. Okay, fine. We'll see arrays and then we'll follow. Okay, then what is an array in Java? Right, anyone?
It holds multiple values using single variable, and it can hold both homogeneous and object type.
Okay, fine. Yeah, yeah. I think if we want to store the multiple values, then we will go for a arrays. Right. If you want to store a single value, we have a primitive data types. Right. If you want to hold the multiple values, then we will go for a arrays concept. It will hold the multiple values in a single object, that is single variable. Right. It will also allocate the memory in the continuous locations. Memory will be allocated in the continuous locations, and it will allow to access values using index. Right. We have to remember that it will store indexes from 0. In Java, anything index will start from 0. So that we have to remember, and ends with, right. Suppose length means, suppose here we are using a integer array. We are storing 4 numbers here. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. Length will be 4. Right. That means size, that length will be 4, but index will be 0 to length minus 1. That means 0, 1, 2, 3. Right. Index will start from 0 and ends with length minus 1. That we have to remember. Right. Sometimes we will write wrong in interviews. Right. Simple. Alright. Then difference between single dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. Right. Anyone? Okay, fine. Single dimensional means if we want to store sequential data, one row, suppose single row. I want to store a single row of data. But coming to multi-dimensional, if you want to store a rows and columns, if you want to store as a rows and column, that means multiple rows. We can store as a multiple rows. But what is the syntax of it? Right. Integer array. Any type of array we can create. Any data. Right. We have primitive data types, 8 types we have. We can create any type of array or string. String also we can create the array, or even we can create the our user defined arrays. Employee array. Right. We can create employee array, student array. Our user defined class also we can create the array. Two-dimensional array, coming to here we have to give the single dimensional means we will give single square bracket here, open and close. But two-dimensional will give one is for rows, one is for columns. One is for rows, one is for columns. We will give a two-dimensional will give rows and columns. If you want to store rows and columns like Excel data, you have rows and columns. Alright, like that. If you want to store anything, usually we will use for matrix. Store a tabular data like matrices and tables. Right, we have a tables. Right, if you want to store, then we will go for this two-dimensional array. Until two-dimensional array is fine. Three-dimensional, four-dimensional, usually we will not use those things until two-dimensional is fine. Sometimes they will ask in an interview two-dimensional array. How you will create two-dimensional, how to retrieve it. Data also, how you will retrieve it. Right, fine. Then how do you find the length of an array? Right, that is simple thing only. We can get the dot length, right? The length method, we will get the length of an array. This is one more thing. Can you change the size of an array once it is created? Right, anyone? Is it possible to? Can you change the size of an array once it is created?
No, we have. If you want to use the arrays, we need to know the size in advance.
Hmm.
If we
Right.
give the fixed value while creating, then I think we cannot change. But we don't give the size, then maybe.
Right. Once we created the array, we cannot change it because while creating the size itself, we have to create it, give the size. Otherwise, it will not accept. First of all, we'll get compilation. So dynamic resizing is not possible with this. Right. Once we create an array. Right. Then coding examples. Right. A little bit. We will get. Suppose if an array is there, how do you sort in ascending order or descending order? Right. What techniques you will use? Anyone? Suppose if I have an array, I want to sort in ascending or descending.
For default sorting, we have sort method in the arrays. But if you
Mhm.
want to sort if you want to perform any customized sorting, like ascending or descending, we need to use for loops. Any loops, not only for loop.
Mhm.
Uh, we can go with for loop by indexing with incrementation, taking plus plus or minus minus according
Mhm.
to the ascending or descending, or a while loop as well.
Okay. Actually, if you want to sort, correct, we should learn the sorting technique, at least one sorting techniques. Right. If you have idea bubble sort, merge sort, right, there are different sorting techniques are there. Bubble sort is the easy one. Right. At least one such technique, binary search in such way, such is the binary search we will sorting, one sorting, at least bubble sort. Right. In interviews, at least we can tell those two binary search or bubble sort. But don't use the loops only we will use. But if you use the loops, what will take? It will take a time increase. Just it will also sort it, but it will take a lot of time. But we have to use any searching and sorting techniques. Right. In real time. Just but in interview, definitely they will ask sorting technique only. Definitely, they will ask sorting techniques. They will not accept if you tell there is dot sort method because but in real time while doing the coding we will use arrays dot sort on. If you want to sort in ascending order or if you want to sort descending order, we can use arrays dot sort array we can pass and then if you want to reverse the order we can pass the collections dot reverse sort.
Internally,
Right? It will.
sort method uses a binary search or
No, it
what?
is not searching, right? It is sorting.
Okay.
It is sorting. Right, which technique I don't know exactly. It will use the some technique only. Right, whatever sorting techniques we have, it will use those techniques only. But you must at least learn the bubble sort. Right, we'll see that if I get time, right, we'll on search and sorting techniques I will explain. Find the largest. This is also we can expect. Find the largest and the smallest in an array. Right, anyone can try. Okay, are you able to hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, anyone can try. Find the largest and smallest element in an array. How to find?
We need to first take the smallest value into some variable, first element, and then we need to iterate over the loop, and we need to check each element should be smallest or greatest according to the finding element. And if it's found, uh, we will provide the output as a we'll store that into that initial element. Like suppose if we take uh, I equals to 1 2 3 4, and we initially provide the first index value, store the first index value into some variable, or let's say 0, and we'll iterate all the values in the array over the for loop, and we'll perform a condition like if if the lowest number is less than uh, over the iterating number, which will be stored into this initial variable, and like that it iterates over all the elements, and in the last we'll
Hmm.
get the element
Hmm.
for both
Right.
the largest or smallest accordingly.
Hmm. Right. 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 Simple. We have to array. We can take the max and the min elements as the starting. First element we can take it as a both max and min. First element we can take. Then we can iterate from the first element. Here already 0th element we have taken. We can iterate from 1 to until the less than array dot len. If it is greater than, we can store it as a max. We can update the max value. If the current value is greater than existing max value, we can update the max. If the current value is less than the min value, we will update the min value. Right, like this, once it is done, loop is done, simply we will print the max and min. Right, sometimes we will get to this question also. Right, fine. If you predefined ones means in arrays, we will have a, I think, max and min methods. I think easily we can pass the array. We can get the what is the min and max. Okay, fine. Okay, reverse an array. Right. Suppose that this is an array. If you want to reverse it, yesterday we have discussed. Right. It is already discussed. We can use the swapping. Right. We can take the start position, end position until while start less than end. We can swap it. That means we will swap last position with the first position, second position with before last position, like that. We will swap it. Right. Just remember this one only. Don't use the for loop concept. Use this concept, so it will be very useful. Okay, fine. Then find the duplicates in an array. Right. How we will find the duplicates in an array?
Initially declare a temporary variable, iterate all the values over the loop, and if you find any loop, initially store the first value into the declared element, declared variable, and then iterate and compare each element over the initialized temporary variable value, and if it find, increase the count of it, and in the end you can provide the count.
Right. Okay. Assign multiple two array, one array we can two arrays we have to take, and then first element compare with all the remaining, then second element with all the remaining, or say. Right, that is correct. But right, that will take a more time. If there are two types of we can do two ways. One is if it is a unsorting array, sorted array, sorted array, unsorted array. There are two ways. Right. If we do the sorting initially, sometimes that we can say, right, why you are sorting means if it is already sorting array means we can easily find the duplicates very easily. Right. That means we can compare, right, side by side element, zeroth element, zeroth element with j element. That means mostly in the first or second iteration we will get duplicates. Right, easily side by side elements only. That means we can decrease the looping count. Suppose you have a 1 lakh elements, you want to find the duplicates, right? If you are using 2 loops, right? Definitely it will be take a lot of time, but if you want to reduce that time complex, right? Time complexity, then just we can sort the before doing the right validation, sort it just simple, then it will decrease the lot of time. It will save the time basically. Right. That means we can compare side by side elements then, right? Mostly, so that we can save some time. Right? This is the one of the thing we can do. And one more question also we will get commonly second highest element. Right. Anyone can try. Second highest element.
Maybe
Right. You can tell whatever
yes.
you have idea.
Maybe first we have to find the highest element, and then using that we have to use iterations and go for the second highest, I guess.
Okay. Anyone? Okay. Simple way. I don't know anything. Suppose. Right. At least we can throw some idea to the interviewer. Like, right, you know the concept of collections. Suppose if you take a tree set, right? Suppose if you take a concept of tree set, right? What will happen if you store in the tree set, right? If I store array into the tree set, what will happen?
It will store only the elements uniquely instead of duplicates.
Anything? Yeah, what is the tree set feature? Anything?
And in
Anyone?
the sorting order as well.
Right? That we can easily get second highest number. Right. Right. We can get the length minus 2. Easily we can get the sort. See, if we don't know anything, we can use the some of the predefined things we can tell at least. Right. If we don't tell anything, that is a bad thing. Right. Anything we can throw something. So if we don't want to use anything, right, we have to write the some logic. Right. We can take the here two elements we have to take first and second. Right. First and second, both we will store with either 0 or min value. Integer dot min value means it will store a, I think, some negative number something. But right, in interview, if it is a right, they can ask a lot of things, but just we'll take a 0 0 or min value is also fine. It will automatically assign the what is the minimum value of the integer. That's fine. First and second, two variables we have to take. Then we can iterate one by one value, but just simply right, we have to remember the conditions. That is the important one. If number is greater than first, right, current number whatever iterating, it is greater than first. That means what? First we will store it in a second, then first becomes number. That means whatever number already exists in the first, that will become a second. Then current number become first. That means first largest one. Right, that is largest one. But there is a one more condition also we have to verify. If number is greater than second, number is greater than second, but number is not equal to first. Number is not equal to first. That means second number. That is the second largest number. But there are second largest two conditions we have to write. One is the number greater than first. Else if number greater than second and not equal to first. Right. If you write these two conditions, we will find the second largest number. But if you don't know this logic, you are not remembering, at least we can tell tree set concept also we can tell. Right. Otherwise, we can also say if you don't know, right, we know erase dot sort method. Right. Erase dot sort, it will sort it. Once it is sorted in ascending order from the last second element, we can get. Right. At least we right. It's better to always practice. If you practice, then only we will. If you take a pen and a paper, write down, then only you will remember. Right? If I tell, you may think, okay, I got it. But after half an hour, if you again remember, you will not get it. Right? You have to practice. Then only it will remember. If you want to crack the interview, we have to practice it. There is no other way. There is no other right logics to crack the interview. Yeah, right, definitely. In interviews nowadays, what is happening? Starting, they will start with the core Java questions only. Right, we must be prepared with those. Okay, fine. Next, coming to what happens if we access, right? Suppose I have an array. If we try to access index, right, out of range, what will happen?
We'll get exception array index out of bound.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Array index out of bounds exception. What is the length? 0 to array dot length minus only. We have to remember this, right? If you try to access other than this, you will get array index out of bounds exception. Okay, fine, that is fine. There is a one more question, just I will explain. Arrays dot as if we can create a list in multiple ways. We can create a list by using arrays dot as list. A list dot of listed of a little bit typical question. Right, listed of is from JDK 9. From JDK 9 plus onwards, it will be available. But what is here? It will create a fixed size list. That means you can pass 10, 20, 30 arrays dot as list. Then it will create a list. But here, what is the feature of it? It cannot add, we cannot remove. We cannot add the element, we cannot remove once we create the list. So, but you can only modify the list. But here, if we create a list dot of, we cannot do any element. That means we cannot do any operation, no add, remove, modify. In which cases we will use, suppose, see, sometimes, right, we will get a data from Excel, JSON, right, you want to convert into list. Right, then I don't want to modify in future. Right, then we will go for list dot of, then we can get the data from some Excel, JSON file or DB, we can store it in a list dot of. It will not allow to modify it. By mistake, if you try to modify it, it will give a compilation errors. Right? It will not allow to modify. It will allow null values. We can store null values after creating the list using arrays.list, but list dot of, it will throw null pointer exception. Alright, that's fine. It is available since 1.2. It is available in Java 9. Okay, that is a very rare scenario. Just in some other interview, this question was asked. Alright, sir. How to create like this? Suppose we have a string array, we can create arrays.list. Anything, string array, int array, any type of array. We can create the list object by using arrays.list. If we try to add here, it will say unsupported operation exception. If we create list.of, it will create basically, right, it will also not unsupported exception. Right, that is one of the options. I think coming to loops, I think everyone aware of it. I think I will ask what is the difference between while and do while?
While means it will start without like do while. I mean, do while means it first checks, performs the task and then checks the condition. While means it checks the condition and it starts to perform the task. At least once, if you want to
Mhm,
perform the task, we go for do while.
right, right. Yeah, right. That is right. Syntaxes mostly we will not get, but just we can remember. For a loop means we have three conditions. One is the initialization, condition, increment. Right, increment means you may think I plus plus only I plus plus j by I minus minus. We can do I plus 2, I plus 10, any increment. We can increment by 1 or 10 or 100 we can do. Initialization and condition. 3 conditions that we have to add for loop. While means while condition. But what is the difference here? While and do while? That is the mostly we'll ask in interview. What is the difference between while and do while? While first it will verify the condition. If condition satisfied, then only it will go inside. But a do while means it will go inside, execute the logic, then it will verify the condition. That means at least one time it will execute. If condition fail also, it will execute one time. Suppose you want to verify some status, right? You have inserted data into the DB. You want to verify it, right? What we can do while loop we can use, we can go and verify DB whether data is inserted or not. If not inserted, again try it. That means no need to verify. Condition will verify after verifying whether it is inserted or not. Retry it again. If it is not inserted, retry. Do while loop we can use. Right, in those cases. I think everyone knows enhanced for each loop. I think everyone knows it. Not explaining. We will use the for loop and then data type and then variable colon array. Either it is a array or list. We can do anything for each loop. If you want a index based, we will go normal center for I equal to int I equal to 0. Like if right wherever you require index based, then we will go for old one. Or if you don't want index one, just use the for each loop. Okay. What is the difference between break and continue?
If the condition satisfy, you need to get out of the loop. We use break, and if you want to skip, we you skip and continue the iterations. We use continue.
Right. That means, okay. Suppose we have an array, right? Suppose we are printing, suppose if condition is, suppose I want to, if I equal to 3, suppose if I return break while printing for loop, suppose I am using the for loop, right? If I equal to 3, if matches break, that means it will print 1, 2, that means 3 break. That means it will come out of the loop. It will not print remaining 1, 2. Suppose same condition if I use for loop only, right? If I equal to 3 only, I equal to 3, then I will use continue. I will use continue. Then in this case, what will happen? It will print 1, 2. It will skip only 3. It will remaining. It will print it, loop and print it. And only it will skip matching conditions. That means you can give I equal to 3 or condition also you can add. Suppose I equal to 5. I want to skip 3 and 5. That means what will happen? It will skip 3 and 5 iteration. 1, 2, it will print 4, then 6. That's it. Right. Got it right. This is the break and continue. Okay, fine. Next one is the difference between labeled and unlabeled break. Right. We can also use labels. Anyone have idea?
No, sir.
Right. While doing the break, right? We can do the labeled breaks, unlabeled break. Unlabeled break means simply we will break it. If condition is matches, break it, it will do. Suppose I have here 2 loops, right? But which loop it will break? It will break the wherever if condition is there, that loop only it will break. But I want to come out of from entire this loop. Anyone have idea? I want to come out of entire these 2 loops. when our condition matches.
We have to keep the break outside the yeah, first step for the I think so.
Suppose if I give like, see, if you give like this, what will happen?
Okay, it will learn
Suppose if I equal to break, it will break for see in the first suppose for loop is completed, it will break immediately, unexpected result. It will not continue second iteration, right? I want to break only when condition is matches. Right? That means you have to write again some other conditions you have to store somewhere and you have to do it. Right? There it comes a labeled break. Right. What is the labeled break? We can give, see, on top of for loop, we can give some name, any name we can give some name. Outer loop, I am giving outer loop colon. If I want to, so now if condition make break outer loop, that means it will break this inner loop and outer loop, both it will come out of it. Right. These labeled breaks are useful when you want to come out of multiple loops. Right, we got it, right? That is the advantage of the labeled breaks. Okay, fine. Now we will jump into Selenium. Yesterday we have seen some of the questions. We'll see now. Right. What are the different types of weights? Everyone knows it, but what is the difference between all these weights? When we will go for which weight? Anyone?
We do have three types of weights: implicit, explicit, and fluent weight. For implicit weight, if you want to apply globally the weight condition, we go for implicit weight, and so that it will be applied to all the web elements globally. And when it comes to explicit weight, uh, for the respective element, if you want to apply a weight, we go for explicit and fluent weights. But in that one as well, if you want to perform any polling like frequent checks, uh, we go for fluent weight.
Okay. Is polling will happen in implicit and explicit weight also?
No, only in the fluent weight it happens.
Right. That is the wrong answer. Let's see. I am applying implicit weight on the driver. Right. Implicit weight we will apply on the driver. That means it will apply to the all the elements until driver closes. Until driver closes, it will apply for all the elements. Suppose, see, I have given how you will confirm whether it is polling or not. Suppose I have given 60 seconds. Right. Is it waiting until 60 seconds?
Oh,
How
they
it will
have a default polling of 500 milliseconds, I
right.
guess.
Internally, they will have a default, right? It has a
Yes,
polling time. Every implicit, explicit also has a polling, but it has a default polling timeout.
yes,
Right. Default polling timeout. Everything will. That's why if it element is available within 5 seconds, it will come out of 5 seconds only. That's why it will not wait until 60 seconds. Right. If element is found in 10 seconds, it will come out of. It will wait only 10 seconds, come out of it. It will not wait until because internally it will poll some default timeout is there. It will poll. Everything is poll. But if you want to customize the poll, then we will go for a fluent wait. We want to customize it. Your polling time. You want to every 5 seconds. You want to every poll every 10 seconds. You want to right customize the polling time. Then we'll go for fluent wait. Right, the syntaxes definitely they will ask. Just prepare with explicit weight and right fluent weight syntaxes. Mm, this is also everyone knows. I think how do you handle alerts or pop-ups? Right. How many types of alerts are there?
three types.
Okay. What are those?
simple alert, confirmation alert, and prompt alert.
Mm, right. Right, fine. We have those three types, and if you want to handle the alerts, everyone know driver dot switch to alert. Once we get the alert, we can either accept or dismiss or get text or send keys. Those four methods we can use it based on the alert type, your requirement. But four methods will be there in alert. We can suppose if alert is not how to wait until the alert. Right. Sometimes I have clicked on button. Alert is taking 5 seconds to come. How to wait?
Maybe use
Should
waits.
we use any page load timeout? I'm not sure.
No, in expected condition. How to create expected wait? Expected.
We
See
need to
explicit wait.
create a
Explicit
WebDriver
wait.
wait object.
Okay, right. Whatever.
WebDriver wait equals to new WebDriver wait.
Okay, we'll create like this, right? Then
Yeah.
if we see wait dot, then
Expected
until
conditions
will give
until
until, right? Until inside expected condition, we have a one condition. Expected conditions dot dot. Okay, alert is present. Right, we have a before doing any action on the alert, use this method. Wait until alert is present. Okay, fine. Then how to handle browser windows or tabs? Everyone knows it, but my question is: suppose I have opened 4 5 windows, not 2 windows, 4 5 windows. Right, I have opened 4 5 windows. Then how to switch to particular window? 5 windows I
first
have
we
opened.
need to get the parent window using get window handle, and
Mhm.
and again we
Okay,
need to get other window handles using get window handles, and
okay.
it returns the set.
Mm.
So set of window handles will be stored. We need to iterate over each window handle, and we need to use the driver dot switch to dot window.
That is how you will switch. That is, I want to switch
We
to
need to
third window.
pass that window handle over each iteration to that window.
See, you are saying driver dot switch to. I want to switch to third window. How you will know which one is third window, fourth window,
Like
fifth
we
window?
need to perform condition, like if a window current window handle equals to this parent window handle, we need to driver dot switch to that particular window.
Anyone?
So by iterating it, like we have to iterate it multiple times.
Right. I have 5 windows open. Right.
Mhm.
Which window, third window, fourth window, how you will decide which one is the I opened first, which one is I opened second, which one is open third, or based on some condition. Right. One. Okay, 2 windows means whatever you are telling, that's fine. Parent window, we can take that window handle. If it is not equal to parent, we can switch it to child window. 2 windows are there, it is very easy. Right. When you have a more than 2 windows, right, basically we will use one is the title. Okay, how we will get window handles, we'll get, suppose I have opened all the windows, we'll get the one way, simple way is, right, what we can do, we can convert it to list. Right, we can convert it to list. Then you can switch to it, whichever you want. First, you can get the index, which one, first one, second one, third one, which one you want. You can get it, and you can switch to that. Driver dot switch to that window, which one, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the one way we can switch to window. If more than. Second way is by using the title. By using the title of the page, we can switch to the window. Right, here also we can do. How we will do? Suppose for staying right here, First, we need to switch to the window, then get the title of that. Expected, we know what window we need to switch. Expected title window. If both are matched, just break it because already we have switched. If it matches, break it. You are currently in the expected window, right? These two ways we can do. Right. That's how we can switch to the windows. Okay. How we will perform mouse and keyboard actions?
We need to create a actions class object, and we need to use the reference of a action and actions dot. We can use like move to element if you want to move the cursor to that respective element. We need to use that actions dot move to element, and we need to pass the web element.
Okay. Actions class will create the object. You are saying actions dot. What is the actions dot move to element is fine. Anything we need to write.
Yeah, we can also provide some offset onset as well for with the respective overloaded method.
Let's see. It is important to say dot perform. If
Dot
you
build
don't,
also.
right?
Dot build.
Dot perform.
Yeah, to execute this action, we
No,
need to use
perform
perform.
inside perform is fine. Inside perform itself, there is a build and perform. No need to again write build and perform. Right? Inside perform itself, there is a build. Just we need to say perform. That's it. It is very, very important. If you don't do perform, it will not execute anything. If you move also, it will not work out. It is important. It is the perform will actually do the action. So move to element, we can do and perform. That means it will just do the mouse over. Manually, how you will do, same thing it will do. And keyboard actions also. We can also do keyboard. Suppose if we want to copy, Control C, right? Whatever we will do with the keyboard, we can do with the action class. Mouse actions, keyboard actions, we can do using actions class. Right. Next important thing is how to take a screenshot.
We have this take screenshots interface. We need to get the driver and cast down to get take screenshot, and on take screenshot reference, we need to use a method called get screenshot.
Okay. Fine. Right. Right. We can just typecast the take screenshot interface. We can get the get screenshot as output type file, and then we can copy file into some location. Okay, how to handle the frames? That is fine. But I have a scenario like okay, this is the web page. I have a this is the parent frame. Then I have a child frame. Inside a child frame, I have a something maybe button. I want to click on it. Okay, this is the parent. This is the child. Now, how to click on this button? These are all parent frame, child frame. Right, how to? Anyone?
We can use like driver dot switch to dot frame method. We have overloaded methods like to based on the index we can switch based on the name, and based on
That's
the
fine. My question, you got it, okay? Direct question. How to click on this button?
uh, first we need to switch to the frame, and then we need to perform click operation.
Okay, you will switch to child frame.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone? Okay, fine. Right. If you cannot directly switch to child frame, it will not work out. Right. First, we need to switch to parent. Then again, parent to child. Then only click on the button. Right, directly it will not allow to switch to child frame. It will not work out. Parent frame, then child frame, then click on the button. But while coming, if I want to come out of to the web page, how to come?
We have this method called what we say default content.
Right. So using default content, we can come. It will allow to come out directly to main page. But while going inside, we have to go parent child. But while coming outside, we can direct. If I want to switch to child to parent, I can also switch. There is a get parent frame. Right, switch to parent. We can also switch from child to parent frame also. Right, that is important. Okay, how do you handle file download pop-ups?
Not sure.
Okay, file download. One of the easiest way is we can use the send keys. If it is a input tag, if it is a input tag, directly we can send the path directly. One of the. But sorry, I think my question was different, right? Download, right? Not upload. Sorry. Right. Download means right. I want to suppose that there is a default location will be there. If you want to customize your location, right, you want to download in specific location, we can customize it by using Chrome options or Firefox profile or Firefox profile. If it is a Chrome means a Chrome options, we can create the preferences where you want to hash map and then view the this is the fixed key, download default directory where you want to download. We can give some download directory and then we have to set the experimental option. Options dot set experimental option. Then in the Chrome driver, we have to pass those options. That means whenever you will download, it will download to this data. In Firefox also, we can create the Firefox profile and we need to give that profile to the drive. That this is very rare question, but we have idea. It's good to have idea. I think we have seen get and navigate yesterday. We have seen already. Checkbox radio button. That is easy only, right? Click just we need to. But what is the condition? Radio button. What is the difference between radio button and checkbox? Is there any difference?
Yeah,
Checkbox.
The
we
button.
select checkbox is nothing but we can check multiple values. It's a kind of choice, but a radio button only one we can choose from the options. We can choose multiple options for checkbox.
Okay. Suppose if I click radio already selected, if I click again, what will happen?
It won't happen. Once it is clicked, it won't be disabled again. If you click on same option,
But checkbox,
it will uncheck.
right? It will answer. That's why what is the condition? What is the we have to make sure while handling checkbox before clicking on it, we have to verify whether it is already selected or not. How you will verify already
We
selected
have
or
a
not?
selected method.
Right. Before that is the condition we have to verify checkbox. Radio button there is no problem, but checkbox have a problem. Before doing any action on the checkbox, we have to verify. If we want to select it, we have to already verify already selected or not. If you want to deselect, already deselected or not. We have to verify those conditions for checkbox. Right, fine. Then how do you capture tooltip text in Selenium? You have idea tooltips, right?
No, sir.
Tooltip means suppose some button is there, right? they will give some text here. If you mouse over on this button, they might show what is this button about. It will show some text. If you mouse over, then only it will show tooltip. We'll see. Is there any examples?
By video, like visible text option.
All right.
Like if you hover the cursor on any element, it
Mm,
will show the information about that element. Is that?
right. Right.
Okay.
Right. Like this. Suppose if we have this screenshot, right? See, if you, this is a question mark, right? That is the tooltip of it. Why this? What is this question mark about? Right. If you mouse over, it will show this tooltip. Right. If you want to handle this type of tooltips, we can use if you are right mouse actions class. Either actions class we can use, or sometimes click. We have to click and it will open. Sometimes mouse over, it will open. Based on how it is working, based on that we have to write the code. If it is a mouse over, actions class we can use. If it is a normal click, it is opening directly. We can click and extract this. But only once we click on it, then only it will be visible. Right. We have to wait until tooltip appears, then only get the text. Right, fine. Okay. Okay. Now we will see if you. I think we have. Okay. Next. Okay. What is the use of TestNG? Anyone? Why we need to? What is the advantages of TestNG? Why we need to use?
For like execution of the framework and to manage the class files according to execution.
Anyone?
We
Okay.
can say the TestNG is basically a framework with predefined libraries in the form of annotations. If you want to perform any test execution based on priority, depending on any method, if you want to perform another test execution, or if you want to perform any parallel execution, we go for TestNG.
Right. Right. Suppose Selenium, why we are using what is the web application test? That means inside a main method also we can test it. Right. Inside a main method also we can write the code, we can test it. But there are some disadvantages with this approach. Right. Main method, if you keep everything inside a main method, it will become a right entire code we have to write here. Right. Tomorrow, if you want to maintain this code, it is maintenance problems will come. Reusability, there is no reusability. Right. And also we cannot execute. Suppose you have a multiple login test case is there, login is there, and then you have some admin. We both have a main methods, but I cannot execute both at a time. Right. I can execute only one at a time. I cannot execute both main method if you write. Some drawbacks are there with the main method. So to overcome this, we can use other unit testing frameworks. Right, we have a TestNG. Right, we have a JUnit. We have a Cucumber. Right, these are all the to execute the test cases we can use. These are all. This Cucumber is the BDD framework. The TestNG, JUnit are the TDD frameworks. Test-driven develop frameworks. Right, these are all the different tools we can use to execute our test cases. Right, here mostly we will use TestNG. Right, if based on that Cucumber and TestNG when to choose, that is also depends on the team. That if manual people are also involving or BAs also involving, then we will go for a cucumber. They will understand easily. Only there is no one involvement. Only automation testers are automating and verifying. Then we will go for testing. That means technical persons are only automation testers are there. So no need to explain to anything BAs or manual tester. There is no involvement. Then we will go for testing. So usually we will use TestNG. It is a unit testing framework. It will have a multiple advantages. It will have annotations. It will have dependency concept. It will have groups concept. It will have listeners concept. Right? It will support parallel execution. Right? There are multiple advantages with the TestNG. That's why we will go with the test. It is a TestNG is a testing framework. It is inspired, developed using JUnit and NUnit. On top of it, they have developed TestNG. But we can do unit testing, integration, end-to-end testing. Any type of testing we can do by using the TestNG. It will support annotation, grouping, data-driven testing. Also, we can do parallel execution. Right? We can. If we want to create any test case, we have to create one method. Method is annotated with @test. That means this method will become a test case. @test. Like this, we can create a number of test cases. Right, a number of test case. That means @test. We can keep it and create a multiple test case we can execute. Right, that is only. What are the advantages? It will support parallel execution. It will generate HTML, XML reports. It will support parameterization. Right, and it will support prioritization. We can prioritize the test case grouping. Supports dependent test cases. Right, anyone have idea what are the annotations and order of execution of annotation?
Like first is a suit, then
Mhm.
suit, suit, then uh, before suit, before a test, before
Okay,
class,
okay.
before method,
Okay.
test.
Right, then test cases it will execute.
Yes.
Right, fine.
After
Then it will
class,
follow
after
in
class
the
test
reverse way.
suit.
After method,
Yes.
after class, reverse way. Right, in reverse way it will follow. Right, this is the sometimes we will get this question also. What is the order of execution? Right, these are the different annotations available, and what is the order of execution? Right, fine. Then any other questions? We'll continue tomorrow then.
Yeah. Sir,
Uh,
one last question. So how do we, do capture? Like, how do we test capture using Selenium and Cucumber?
Sorry, I did not get what to capture.
Once you are trying to log in, then we give username, password, and then we get a capture like 5 plus 4.
Capture. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. You
capture.
are getting captures we cannot
Yeah.
handle. Simple thing. Captures we cannot handle in using Selenium. Right. One thing what we have done in our project, we are in test environment, it will be disabled.
Mhm.
Every captures we cannot, captures or barcodes or anything we cannot handle. If they will provide alternative way, any API to suppose there should be sometimes there will be API before login, right? We can execute some API, we can disable the captcha in the backend. If they test, if the developers they have a permission, that also we should have a permission. Otherwise, we cannot do it. We can do some disable, then it will disable the reCAPTCHA. Or explicitly developer, we can ask if the possibility is there, we can disable it. Otherwise, there is no way to uh, automate those things. Third party APIs are there, those are a licensed one. We have to purchase the license. We can, by using those things, we can do it, but still I don't know how to do it also. But
Yeah, I got in an exam like in a shopping website login. They
mhm,
gave in
mm,
the exam, so I'm able to do till there. But yeah, because of not knowing how to do it. So
Right. That is not allowed, right? Because see, if it is allowed, hackers what they will do? Anyone can automate and they can easily log into the application systems if they will do automation.
yeah.
Right. That is to provide the security. So through automation, we cannot do it. Some explicitly developer, they should provide some APIs to disable the recaptchas, or they have to lower environment at least they should disable it. Otherwise, we cannot do it.
Okay. Is there a way like can we write something in the code to disable it, or only they
If
disable?
developer provide anything, then only we can do. Otherwise, we
Okay.
cannot do it. Selenium don't have anything.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? Any other question?
Where we can find these documents of questions?
No. This document is right. You just once classes are done, right? Just I will provide access to your email. You can get.
Okay. Can you also provide any video on Java advanced features like Java 9? Like,
Yeah, yeah, sure. I have my videos in my channel.
okay.
Right.
So
Maybe. Yeah.
can we have like yesterday class recording or something like that?
Yeah. Recording I will upload. Yesterday's class I did not uploaded. Still,
Okay.
I will upload and share in the group itself.
Oh, okay. Sir.
Okay, we'll connect tomorrow same time then.
Thank you, sir.